What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley. I'm David, joined along here with my good friend, Racing Jason. What's up, man?
What's going on with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
You've just become the normal co-host here lately.
I don't mind.
Well, that's good. That's good. We'll have Connor back here in a few weeks. He got to finish up some stuff at school. He's got school going on. They changed classes up on him, and he got school going on Monday nights. Here for about another month or so. So.
Wow, really? Wow. What's he majoring in? You know?
I think it's civil engineering. I think it is. He's going to Florence Darlington Tech out here, getting his stuff behind him. He's got another year to go, but he'll knock it out.
Shout out Connor. Do it, Connor.
Yeah, Connor had a. We'll get into it real quick. We got a guest coming on here shortly, very shortly. But we'll get into it real quick while we can, I guess, really fast. First of all, how was your weekend? I know you went to your track and all, but other than that, how was the weekend?
Well, other than that, it was great, man. It was great.
Yeah. Did you have good travels and all that good stuff?
Yeah, safe travels. I tagged you that picture. I don't know if you saw that or not. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Smoke got mad.
Coming on through. Where's he live at?
By the track.
Oh, okay. In Darlington? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the track. Cool. I can't really describe where it's at. Really, I've only been to his house one time.
Well, I'm gonna have to get him.
By the track.
I'm gonna have to get him over here with me one Monday.
Sure. Yeah. We get smoke on. Yeah, we get smoke on.
And we'll all just sit down and we'll have a whatever,
Yeah.
as always.
He tells about his travels on the road and everything with D-Max, D-Max team chasing Lucas Oil.
That's right. That'd be cool. Yeah. Didn't know we had anybody to live that close, traveling around with, teams and all that stuff.
Yeah. Ins and outs.
That's cool. So you got rained out Friday night, I guess. So you just come down Saturday.
Who, Smoke?
No. You. I said everything got rained out that you were going to Friday.
No, I watched Farmer City, baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You watched Farmer City, but I'm saying you waited till Saturday to come to Lakeview?
Yeah, I was just going to, yes. Well, was there something going on Friday?
No, I'm talking about that originally there was supposed to be Fayetteville was Friday night. Wasn't you going to Fayetteville?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about doing the double, man, but I said, you know what? I was going to go to Lakeview that Saturday. I had to watch Farmer City at least one night. Yeah, I had to watch Farmer City at least one night, bro.
Oh, yeah. So,
shout out to Ethan Dawson. How about that? Shout out, baby.
I stand a little bit corrected with that. He come on stronger than I thought he would, quicker than I thought he would. So
turning some heads, man. Turning some heads.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into all that. So everything was good. That's good. Real quick, I'll go ahead and let you know because my day was pretty short. We'll talk about the rest of it. We were supposed to race at Dillon Motor Speedway on Saturday. My buddy Chad Webster Racing Fabrication. He does a lot of work on my car. Most of the work on my car, as far as like any big stuff that needs to happen. And man, he had worked like I don't know what on that thing the week before, put new motor or different motor transmission. Actually, it was one of his motors he put in it. Just want to try it. Motor, transmission, everything, front to back, redid suspension stuff on it. Cut stuff off frame, re-welded, ton of work. Well, we get out there and they just had an early morning open practice. And we go out there and I'm practicing, we're running okay. We need to work on the car a little bit, get it handling a little better. But, man, we go out there and make, 15 laps or so. And I heard it backfire one time, or maybe twice. Nothing major. Wasn't nothing really to think about. And we come in, or I go to come in, and when I come in, the oil pressure goes, and the light comes on. So as soon as I seen the light, I just killed the car, as you normally would. Well, I come in, and he's looking over everything. He's like, well, there's nothing. I said, it was running. I killed it, He said, well, crank it up. Let's see what it does. Well, I crank it up, and it has oil pressure, but it wasn't near what it should have been. But what happened was a header gasket had blew, which typically wouldn't be that big an issue, but it was kind of cool out there, and I think it sucked some cold air and possibly, warped the valve some. So that was the end of our day.
Oh my God.
So one of them things.
You got to go internally now with the header stuff?
They go, yeah, that motor is going to have to check out. Just pull the heads, pull the valves.
Oh, Lord have mercy, Dave.
So one of them deals.
When you said it first, when you said it backfired, I just figured something small like a distributor or something.
That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. No, it could have been that easy.
And if it wouldn't have lost oil pressure, dropped oil pressure like it did, we probably would have put a header gasket on it and tried it just to see.
Did it lose any oil? Any fluid?
No. We pulled there's like 2 oil plugs on the drain pan, one on the bottom to actually drain it, one on the top to actually kind of check your level. We pulled the top one and it was full.
Okay. Well, that's good. Okay.
So didn't lose anything. So fortunately, hopefully, didn't hurt nothing too bad in it. And
is it a minor fix?
I don't know. I don't really know. Depends. I mean, it could be anything. Could be anything from, like the distributor gear or the oil pump gear there. If it's spinning, it might not have as much oil pressure. I mean, there could be all kind of things. So, didn't hear nothing in the motor.
Hope we get it fixed.
Oh, yeah, we'll get it fixed. We'll have another bullet in the gun, ready to go here in, I guess about 2 weeks. I'm not going to race this weekend. I actually have a wedding to go DJ. Yeah. The little side gig that I did.
Having a wedding and a funeral the same day.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope the married couple does well. Good luck.
That's what I always tell them too. I'm like, I'm playing another one bites the dust, right?
There you go. I love it. That's funny. That's funny.
Anyway, we
for a white wedding.
Yeah, exactly. So I got that to do anyway, and plus we're going to change all kind of stuff on the car again, get to working on it, and who knows, may end up at
let's say you get the car ready this week. And when's your next race? When's your first race?
Week after Saturday, 2 weeks. Or
Saturday, 2 weeks.
Not this coming Saturday, but the next Saturday. I'll be back at Dillon.
Damn, I'll be at Dega. Not that Dega.
The little
the
Dega.
Good Dega. The other Dega.
The little Dega.
Yeah, the Hornet's Nest, baby.
The not so drafting Dega.
Yeah, you go. That's right. Yeah, the one that slides. Yeah, the one that's not the drafting, but slides. Yeah. Well, I hope you get it fixed, man.
Oh yeah, we'll get it straight.
I'm gonna catch you, man. I'm gonna check you out of Florence, man. Come on.
Okay. I'm hoping we can get this monkey off her back. We've had the first couple weeks here and get going with it and all that fun stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, real quick, we are going to go to the phone. We got a man on the phone that brought home $50,000 right there in his hometown, Mr. Daulton Wilson. Daulton, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Another day in paradise, man, living the dream. First of all, happy birthday to you.
I appreciate that.
You feel any older?
It's just another day.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Well, dude, congratulations on the win the other night. That was pretty cool.
I appreciate it. That was cool to be able to go home and race, and everything just fell our way, and we got her done.
I hear you. I hear you there. First of all, I do have to say this interview is brought to you by Earl Ramey Racing Engines, our good buddy Earl. And I texted him first thing this morning. And I was like, "Hey man, I know you had a good motor in that car. I need to get up with Daulton. We can get him on the show tonight." So, man, that was pretty cool. I know you said it was kind of a last minute deal thrown together there.
Yeah, that was, we were standing around the shop about 3 weeks ago, and I said, man, that'd be cool to go run that race. So first one I thought to call was Earl, and, he made it happen, and I actually just got off the phone with Earl about 5 minutes ago, and they got them all tore down, and everything's good to go, so I can't thank him enough.
So it is official. I guess barring, all tire junk coming back, probably, right?
Yeah, I'd say they still got to do the tire samples, and I think they're sending the ignition boxes off. But
good deal.
Yeah,
good deal. Typical.
As
stuff.
Far as the motor goes, she's squared away.
Typical stuff. Good deal, man. That is awesome. That's awesome. No, Earl's a good buddy of ours. Earl is a good friend, and he built motors in my car, or one of the motors I got in my car there, and it's been a good piece. And man, I would like to take just a second here. Earl does a lot in the crate world there. He is. We've talked about it many times on here, and I believe his crate program is second to none, and obviously this is a testament to that.
That's right. Earl's been at it a long time with the crate deal, and he's kind of structured his business, really around that.
For sure.
And he's done Ethan's motors for Mackie, and he does the house car deal. So I mean, he doesn't have that business, based on having no junk. So
that's right.
He stands behind it. He was at the racetrack working on everybody's motors Saturday, and he spent all last week working on his motors, getting them ready to go for that race. And he definitely stands behind them.
Good deal. Well, man, tell us a little bit about it from your side. How did the week start out? And how did everything go from obviously hometown track for you, a track that you've got a lot of experience at, but past few years that track has changed, and I personally like it now. What's your thoughts on that track now? Obviously, running pretty good, but what's your thoughts compared to the old track?
I think they done a good job with it. They definitely put a lot of time and effort into it Saturday, and we come down and got to practice some a little bit Thursday before the rain got there, and then for them to have the cars that they had and start as early as they did on Saturday, it was they done good with it.
Yeah, man, sure did. So breaking out the car there Saturday, did you feel like you had a good piece, or obviously feel like you had a good piece, but you feel like you had a winning piece there off the bat?
I knew I had a competitive car. With crate racing and the way the format was and everything, you just had to get lucky, and things had to fall your way. And we qualified decent. We qualified fourth, I think. And the start of the heat race just went our way. And once you got up front and control the race, it was we had a good enough car there. Once we got in position, we were as long as I didn't make any bonehead moves or something crazy didn't happen, I felt like we were in good shape.
Just throwing this in here real quick. Earl just commented on here and said he needs a drink. We definitely had to look out for Earl when it comes to that. I think so. Somebody find him an ultra. He'll be okay.
Either that or some Crown.
Oh God! No, let's don't do that. Let's don't do that.
No.
Oh, good deal, man. Good deal. You got anything you want to ask there, Jason?
Oh, I just want to say congratulations, D-Dub. Big perm.
I appreciate it.
See that right there? That's right.
The Dominator.
I got the Perminator on D-Dub, but just congratulations, Daulton, man. I think that's awesome, brother.
I really appreciate it.
Well, and good luck at Port, Georgetown, and Hagerstown coming up. Y'all got a trifecta.
Yeah, it's about time to get back rolling hot and heavy on this Lucas deal, but it was cool to be able to take a weekend and go home and spend a lot of time with family. All my guys got to spend some time with their family and go back and see a lot of old friends and just have a good time.
Well, that's what I was about to get to there, man, for sure. You were about to get into the the real meat of the season here in the on the Lucas side, man. Obviously, we've talked about it here on the show this season already, that we feel like that you're one of the guys that can get up there and get it done. How you feeling about it so far, man?
I mean, I think we've been good. We've learned a lot this year and the last couple of years, and we just like this weekend, just a big confidence booster for all of us, and everything's so close now that everything matters. Your mentality, your race car's got to be good. You can't make no mistakes, and we've been able to get refreshed, and hopefully we'll be able to hit the ground rolling again when Lucas gets started right up.
Man, you just mentioned something there that I've always said about anything. I don't care. It seems like to me anyway, and you tell me your opinion on it, but you just talked about that's a big confidence booster there. Even though you were running a 602, obviously, I mean, it's in the late model, but I mean, there's a lot of different stuff there. But man, I've said that about many things, and we can talk about somebody like, just for instance, Ricky Thornton Jr. Just for instance, that dude jumps in everything and drives it. And I feel like when he can get in anything and drive it and possibly win, it's always a confidence booster. Is that how you feel about, man? Winning in anything is always a confidence booster and can help any program you got?
Yeah, I mean, winning in anything is huge. I grew up racing anything I could sit in, I got in and raced. And I've won I raced a lot of 602 races at Fable.
Yep.
Modified, late model, the whole 9 yards. And, like I said, anything that's got a steering wheel, I try to get in.
That's right.
Any chance you can. And, the car I won with this weekend is the car I won East Bay with.
Oh, wow.
So, it's not like the cars are really different. It's just a different motor, but it's still, the race cars are still the same.
That's right.
Wow.
That's pretty, that's pretty cool there.
That is interesting. That is very interesting. Damn, Perm. Wow.
It's for sale too.
Did you say it's for sale?
It's for sale.
Oh no! Put that thing in the Smithsonian, Perm. Hold on to that thing. Give it to Ethan. Hey, I'm still waiting for a ride in the 2-seater, Daulton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Racing Jason. Racing Jason.
Got the 2-seater?
I think somebody needs to put Racing Jason in a 2-seater there and just put it up on the wall one time.
There you go, bro. I've been trying. I've been lobbying.
We wouldn't get him quiet for a month after that.
Yeah.
Oh, good deal, man. Good deal. That's
yeah. Once again, congratulations, Daulton. And what a stacked field, man. That was just freaking awesome, bro.
That's right. I appreciate it. It was, them guys that's what they do. And there's a lot of good cars, a lot of good talent in that deal. And, a lot of good companies that have cars and are building them cars. And everybody's got the same stuff.
That's right.
602 motors, they just ain't but so much you can do. And, to be able to go in there and race, that was pretty cool. That points out something else. I mean, to me, crate racing in general, I don't care for 602 or 604, or if you throw in 603 there, whatever. That's always the cream rises to the top at that point. I mean, that is a driver's game. Obviously, there's some setup stuff there, but that is a driver's game at that point. And man, obviously, you know how to get it done. But I do want to ask you, and I know you see young guys coming up through. There was a young man that we've been watching this year that he kind of started up front there by y'all, and he was up front for a little while. Ended up spinning. But, man, Wyatt Coffey, that young man is going to be a wheel man, I believe. Yes, sir. I actually made a comment to somebody after Thursday. I pulled out behind him for one of the practice. Man, he's pretty good.
That dude, I'm telling you, for his age and the limited experience he has in that car right now, I'm like, dude, he's gonna be on top of it eventually. So it's cool to see guys like you get in there, and yet see young guys like him. You're still a young guy yourself, but you know what I mean. Young like him coming up, and just knowing that the future is good for late model racing.
Yeah, I don't want to miss anybody or single nobody out, but Wyatt and Chase.
Yeah.
And Beckham. I mean, there's a lot of young kids. I say young kids. Young talented racers. That Luke Cooper.
Yeah.
Ruggiero. Just them guys they're really good.
Ruggiero.
And they're just one small break away from getting a race with us every week.
Ruggiero is my iRacing buddy. Me and him used to get on iRacing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
okay.
And he just like we had a Chicken Bone Alley league there for a few years, and he just come on there and just killed everybody on iRacing. That dude's too good.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he wins about everything he gets in,
including iRacing.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't care if it was on asphalt or dirt. He got in everything in one. Oh, Daulton, good deal, man. Well, buddy, we sure appreciate you coming on here. And who all you got to thank for helping you out there, man?
You definitely got to start with our awesome car owners, James, Justin, Jennifer, Alice. All of our sponsors, the ICS, MGL, Grantley, the Auto Outlet, JR Motor Sales, JR Trucking, New Point Lighting and Design, B&L Construction, Keltner, Cheap Cars, just our Cheap Chevrolet, just everybody that has a part in this deal. Earl with the 602 was awesome, and it takes some of my guys, Dean and Blake, everybody back at the shop. My brother, he puts a lot of time and effort in that 602 stuff around home, and for him to put us in the right direction and had us taken care of when we got there. That was pretty cool.
Good deal. Well, Earl just said it was the best time he had in a while and had a blast, and he's unloading it now. So,
wow.
So he can breathe
awesome.
Now.
Yeah,
awesome.
That's right.
All right, buddy. Well, we greatly appreciate it, and man, I hope to be talking to you again soon on some more big wins and pulling out some big stuff on that Lucas tour, man.
I really appreciate it.
All right, buddy.
Hey, Daulton, I need a loan, Daulton.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Mr. Daulton Wilson there.
Well, you just went to the Daulton Wilson Hall of Fame. That's the longest I ever heard Daulton talk. So that was good job, man. That good job. Well, I'm at the doggone race. I don't care what race it is, man. You got to really, man. But I have made Daulton laugh a few times, so that's a good. Well, if you made Daulton laugh, okay, go home. Well, your job here is done.
Job's done.
There's nothing more to see here.
I don't know about making him laugh, but them boys sure made him fast this weekend. That's for sure. I'm gonna tell you, I watched I didn't get to watch the race, but I watched all the highlights from it and everything. And man, he was started up front and kept it up front, and he was pretty untouchable there. He after he got a corner or two out the way, he put a little gap on him and held it, and couldn't nobody touch him. So congratulations him again, and we sure greatly appreciate him. Old Big Perm, Daulton Wilson, hanging out with us again tonight. Wayne Locklear, what's up, man? What's up? I got to throw a shout out to Wayne Locklear there. My buddy Ethan Winkler. I got to tell this real quick. Ethan finished, he ran the Challenger race at Dillon the other night. Something was going on with the car. We knew something was going on. We could just hear it. Something was going on. Still finished second. Wayne won, so congratulations to you, Wayne. Congratulations. Good job. Awesome job. That's two wins in a row over there at Dillon Motor Speedway for Wayne Locklear.
Wow.
But we knew something was going on with Ethan's car, so come in. We had to change carburetor because he decided he wanted to run the late model race too. So we literally just had time to change carburetor and throw on tires, because you get 2 new tires for running late model. And but we knew something was up, so Chad decided, let's change plugs in it. So change spark plugs real quick. And when I say real quick, there was literally 1 race in between, I think. So we had real quick to do this. Anyway, Ethan actually drove from 9th to 3rd in the 60-lap race there in the late models. And Wayne comes up to him after the race, man. He's handing him a drink. You deserved this. It was great. It was great. So
awesome.
So
awesome.
So them boys raced hard out there, and a lot of respect between everybody. Yep, that was Dillon Motor Speedway, right down the road from you. You know where you were.
It ain't. That's 2 hours.
No, I'm talking about right down the road from where you were Saturday night.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought Dillon ran Friday. They didn't run.
No,
they didn't run Friday.
They always run Saturdays.
Dillon run.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Dillon and Florence run on the same night.
Opposite weekends.
Oh, they alternate.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So
we need more of that. We need more of that on my side.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was looking at it today, and I'm like, I don't know what they're doing this year because I didn't really look. But I was looking one time, and I was like, Sumter, Lakeview, and Fayetteville all run on the same night. Most of them run every other weekend, but they run on the same weekend. I'm like, I feel like Lakeview should drop a weekend.
I'll tell you right now, man, Lakeview's going to take Sumter's street stock car because they're paying $1,200 a week.
Oh, yeah.
And has Sumter started yet? Do you know if Sumter started yet?
I'm not sure. I know they were getting close to it because they built new stands. They put new lights in last year.
Great.
Yeah, from everything I've seen, that track looks right. I heard something about them putting down some dirt. I don't know if it was new dirt or, might have been last year, but
there was 5 cars from Sumter running Lakeview, and from what I understand, they're going to be running Lakeview because they paid, like I said, $1,200 a week, weekly in the street stock class.
Yeah, they jumped on the URA deal, Ultra Racing Association deal that Steve Zacharias over at Florence Motor Speedway started. So they jumped on there. They're the only dirt track that's URA sanctioned right now. And they decided to bring in their, up some purses and up some, because it wouldn't cost them so much because they were NASCAR sanctioned a couple years ago. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that apparently didn't work out for them the way they thought it would. So they decided to jump over and join a URA deal. They're also broadcasted on Ultra Racing or Ultra Broadcasting. And it is dude, I'm going to tell you what, I told somebody the other night, I was watching it and I was like, I ain't showing no bias because we're not connected with them in any way other than just I know the people that run it. I mean, other than that, not connected. But Lakeview Motor Speedway never looked so good on a broadcast. I mean, dead serious. I have to find some of them and share it with you, because I was like, man, Lakeview's a nice track, but man, the broadcast just made it look awesome. I mean,
the track was in great shape Saturday. Didn't see a water truck.
Really?
Did not see a water truck after the first car hit the track.
Well,
and did not rubber up. It was just racy. Lakeview was a gym.
Well, we talked about a few weeks ago, remember, when Derek McGrew Jr. was here. They had just put new dirt on that track, and it had got really wet that week. So they said it had some holes and stuff every once. Some holes came up in it, which is expected when you get a lot of rain there, especially on new dirt. But what they said about the dirt was it was the most percentage of clay you could actually get and no sand in it, and that's hard for us to get around here. You know that.
Where did they get that from?
I have no clue. But they said it should. I don't know who told them all this, but they said it should hold water throughout the night, essentially. And
wow, I'll be doggone. I did not know that.
Yeah.
When you was Ben Shelton, because you said he's an engineer of dirt.
He's our dirt guy. We need to call him and ask him about it.
I I like to know that because I can name 2 other tracks around here that need that.
Oh yeah, I can name quite a few tracks that need that.
Wow, well, Lakeview, that was absolutely shout out Lakeview Saturday. That
well,
was
go ahead, tell us
show,
about it.
Great race.
Go ahead, tell us about Lakeview and what all went on over there.
Dave, Southern Wedge Series, man, those things pull up the old heartstrings. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. God, they pull up the old heartstrings. Yeah, that's getting my age away. Yeah, that was absolutely. I mean, they guys came from all from West Virginia, man. Mm-hmm. What?
That Southern Wedge Series, they actually debuted those cars at the Cars Racing show that I was at. And man,
when you first saw, how did you feel? Like, oh my God,
that's exactly how I was. I was like, oh, this is great. This is great.
Chuck Southern got a 2001 CJ Rayburn leaf spring.
Leaf spring car. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm like, wow. Man, if you put a supermotor on that thing, maybe back the old time 3 wheels,
yes,
slam back down towards the corner. Oh man.
Yes.
Oh, that was a great show, man. That was a great show, man. The Christian Thomas came up to unloaded fastest hot laps, fast time, won the race. Of course, won the heat races, but won the race. That was it. There was a 2-car freight train. Him and Ben left the field. But yeah, good race. Enjoyed the heck out of that. Shoot, yeah. The Ultimate Super Late Models debut. I wanted to talk the doggone Dwayne Moore, but wasn't no way. He was wide open, which I understand.
He always is.
Yeah,
especially now.
I didn't want to force the issue. But yeah, man, great show, great race, great facility, great track. Everything was just great. Good deal.
How my buddy Willie Milliken do over there? I didn't even catch the rundown from it.
Fifth. Christian Thomas, Ben Watkins, Brent Robinson was your podium.
Oh wow!
And then it was Adam Yarborough, then Willie.
Yeah, I saw Adam was over there. Adam, I'm gonna tell you what. I feel like Adam is one. And I'm not saying he's in the wrong stuff by no means, but I feel like if he ever get just that ride, you know what I mean? Just that ride, I feel like that boy can really do something. He's
I go along with that. Adam is a wheelman.
I remember back when he was racing all kind of other stuff and around here, so but yeah, he's a wheelman. I believe it.
You remember him and that guy who sold his company and moved up there to Lake Norman, Moriarty?
Yeah.
Joe. Remember, are they still teamed up? Do you know?
I don't know.
Me either. I don't know. I'd like to know that.
Yeah. Joe Moriarty. Yeah, he was what was he? I don't know. I can't remember. Sports guy?
He did something with sold some kind of seals, some kind of gasket seals or something like that.
Yeah,
sold the company and moved to Charlotte.
That sounds about right.
Was it a gasket? I think it was some kind of a gasket, wasn't it?
It sounds about right. I'm not sure.
They sold his company and made buku dollars. Matter of fact, somebody texted me. This is when he first moved in that doggone house. It's right on the lake, it's right on the lake, and that thing is a monster. I mean, it's something like Richie Rich would have. It was unbelievable.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, real quick before we get too much farther in it here, let's go ahead and get a word from our sponsors and get that out the way.
Are you ready to unleash the true potential of your ride? Tired of feeling held back? It's time to experience the Pro Fabrication difference. At Pro Fabrication, we don't just build headers and exhausts. We engineer performance. Crafted with precision from high-grade materials, our systems are designed for one thing: maximum power. Feel the instant increase in horsepower and torque. Hear the deep, aggressive rumble that turns heads. Our expertly designed headers optimize exhaust flow, while our performance exhaust systems deliver that signature sound that you crave. But it's not just about power and sound. Pro Fabrication means durability you can trust. Built to withstand the toughest conditions, our headers and exhaust are an investment in long-lasting performance. Whether you're hitting the track, conquering the trails, or just cruising the streets, Pro Fabrication gives you the edge. Experience smoother acceleration, improved field efficiency, and that unmistakable feeling of pure driving exhilaration. Don't settle for less. Upgrade to Pro Fabrication headers and exhaust today. Pro Fabrication headers and exhaust. Quality that wins. Tired of leaving performance on the table? Ready to dominate the track? For decades, Earl Ramey Racing Engines has been the secret weapon of champions. We don't just build engines. We craft precision engineered powerhouses designed for one thing: victory. From meticulous machining to expert assembly, every Earl Ramey engine is built with uncompromising quality and a passion for speed. We understand the demands of racing, and we deliver the reliability and raw power you need to cross the finish line first. Whether you're tearing up the asphalt or conquering the dirt, Earl Ramey Racing Engines provides the competitive edge you've been searching for. Don't just race, conquer. Contact Earl Ramey Racing Engines today and let us build your winning machine. Chicken Bone Alley is brought to you by SRI Performance. They are your one-stop shop for all things racing. Do you need performance parts? Look no further. They offer a wide range of high-performance parts for various types of racing, including stock car racing, dirt racing, and more. SRI Performance also has the most knowledgeable employees in the industry. If you're looking for that hard-to-find part, they've got it. And if you're wondering how to make it work on your car, they know it. Check them out online at www.sriperformance.com. And when you do, don't forget to use the promo code CBONE10. That's C as in chicken, BONE10, and get 10% off at checkout. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum is a full-line steel service center stocking thousands of sizes, shapes, grades, and types of metals and plastic. If you need it, they have it. And if not, they work fast to find what you need and get it to you. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum also has the ability to cut orders to your specifications as requested. Their dedicated team not only brings many years of experience to the table, but they are always ready and willing to lend a hand with anything you may need. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Your material needs are covered here.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. I also want to tell you to head over and check out our buddy Skylar Whitfield. If you're down towards the beach this week or Rockingham coming up this weekend for the truck race or Xfinity race or ARCA race or anything like that, go check out our buddy Skylar Whitfield. Let's see, today, Buoys on the Boulevard there in North Myrtle Beach. Head over there tonight. Tomorrow, the 15th, Outriggers Bar and Grill, Merle's Inlet. On the 16th, Molly Darcy's there in North Myrtle Beach. On the 17th, you got the South Carolina Shore Club there in Tagakay. Where is Tagakay? I don't know.
By Gastonia.
Oh. That sounds like it should be at the beach.
Well, you know that's where Bill France wanted to put Talladega.
That's
originally.
Right. That's right. Okay. On the 18th, there, Double Vision there in Rockingham. Y'all go see my buddy Skylar Whitfield. Also, on the 19th, Smuggler's Den in Merle's Inlet. Y'all go check out Skylar Whitfield on all the music streaming apps, Spotify, Apple Music, all those good things. Check him out, SkylarWhitfield.live, and you can see everything he's got going on. Go check him out. All right.
Shout out, Skylar.
Shout out, Skylar. Cool. Well, I reckon I can get into a little bit more what went on over at Dillon Motor Speedway while we're talking about it. Like I said, I had a series of unfortunate events, so it ended our night early. So I was just like, well, let's help, as always. Connor was there racing. Like I said, my buddy Chad Webster was over there with Ethan Winkler. Also, Brandon Johnson came out and brought his 4-cylinder down or up anyway. I was messing with him. He'd been asking me all last week to get on iRacing with him. And I literally had not been on iRacing, and he even told me, I was like, dude, last time I got on here, I raced with you on there. He was like, dude, that was like 6 months ago. I was like, yeah, that's the last time I've been on. I've had too much stuff going on. I was like, but all right. So I go to fire up my iRacing one night, and I knew I was going to have updates. Yeah, that some gun said like it had a day worth of updates. So I was like, all right, well, not happening tonight. Then the next night I was over at Chad's shop. But anyway, let me tell you something funny, Jason, real quick. Before we get to this stuff on at Dillon, I think it was it Thursday night I finally got on? I think it was Thursday night. Finally got on iRacing. First time I've been on, like I said, in 6 months. And Brandon's like, I'm going to put up a race. And we got a little group thing on Facebook that sends out to a bunch of our iRacing buddies that run the league and stuff with us. Well, I hadn't run a league now in over a year, but we still throw up some random races just every once in a while. And so I threw out a thing real quick. I was like, hey, whoever wants to come race, we're throwing up a race here in a little while. Brandon's
what
like,
track? What track?
Well, this is the fun part. Brandon's like, he's like, what you want to race? I was like, dude, I don't care. Like I said, I haven't been on here. He's like, let's run late model stock. I was like, okay, whatever. That's fine. I stink at late model stock on there. They're not realistic to me, and I can't drive them. I killed the right front on them for some reason. And so he was like, all right. He's like, where you want to run? I'm like, somewhere small, not something stupid. He's like, let's go Lanier. I was like, sounds good. Lanier sounds good. So he's loading it all up and everything and gets it going. He's like, all right, it should be up. Then all of a sudden I hear him, crap. I was like, what? He said, I forgot and I didn't change it. It's dirt. So we had asphalt late model stocks on Lanier dirt. Let me tell you something. I don't know if anybody's tried that other than us. Apparently they had. That was one of the most fun races we've ever done.
Really?
Yes. That was the best those cars have ever felt.
What?
And and guess who won?
You.
This guy.
All right.
And
wow.
So I felt pretty good coming back. I was like, see, that's what I need apparently, is I need to be in some car that doesn't belong on that certain track and I can run good, you know.
Wow. Let's put dirt on Lanier. Y'all hear that? Put dirt on Lanier.
Well, see, that's why it's dirt, because it used to be dirt.
There you go.
That was a dirt track at one time. Now
maybe you need to go to dirt. Oh, who said that? Wait a minute. What? Okay, never mind.
Now what do they call it? Caffeine and speed or something. I don't know. It's got some weird name now. So anyway, after we finished that, he was like, let's put up an actual asphalt race. Okay. Yeah, I was in the back of it. I was horrible in it. I am horrible at late model stock on there. So
what did y'all go to second race?
Lanier. Went back to Lanier,
okay.
just did asphalt. And I couldn't. They wrecked enough that I think I ended up finishing fifth, but it was horrible. Horrible. So what I was getting at in that was, during that, Brandon's like, I thought about coming to Dillon. I was like, dude, bring it to Dillon. And I kept on with him. We kept on with him. Buddy Matt Grantham, he kept on with him. And finally he decided he was going to bring it to Dillon. And so anyway, he comes over there, gets out, has to go to Tech, and he said that the scales from what he weighed at home to what it was there, fortunately he did all this before the race, he had to move like 50 pounds from one side, from the left side of the car to the right side of the car. It was that much. It was like 100-pound difference from his scales to those scales, which I said, well, it stinks, but everybody's on the same scales, fortunately. So Anyway, so did all that, and he about missed first round of practice. He literally got like 4 laps of first round practice. Still had second round practice, but he went out to first round practice and he was 3/10 faster than everybody.
I wonder why.
Well, I mean, it just, I don't know, but that car is stupid fast. He goes out to qualify, and he's like half a second faster than everybody.
Great, dang.
And it was a running joke all day because he got down to a 19.0 in the 4-cylinder. And I was like, it is your goal today to get into 18s in that car. Dude, he checked out in that race so bad. He got about a straightaway out, and I was spotting for him. He was just like, and he rode there. He let him catch up about a half straightaway. Then he'd take back off. I told him I was mad with him, though, because he never got into 18s. So, congratulations, Brandon Johnson. Like we said, Challenger race there earlier. Wayne Locklear won. Ethan Winkler finished second. Our buddy Connor Lee brought home another third. He has finished third every race out this season. We got to bump that up a couple.
Well, at least he's finishing on the podium. At least he ain't, on a wreck or tearing up stuff. You know what I mean?
That is very true. At least he's starting races.
Yeah,
unlike,
they finishing. There you go.
Unlike some people.
No names. Get a can of Raid and spray under the doggone hood.
Apparently, get the bugs out.
Get the bugs out of it.
I put it this way: we were down to the point. I was going to change driver the other day. I was literally telling Ethan, I was like, hey, come drive this thing just to see, because there's been something in it since I've had the car that just, I don't know, it hadn't felt right to me. And he'd been driving them longer, and I just want him to, I was in the Legend car, and maybe me coming from the Legend to that, something just not the way I like it or something. But he's probably going to test it one day this week for me, to see if he feels the same thing I feel in the car. So, well, like I said, we're gonna throw another bullet in it, and we're gonna keep on going.
You gotta keep sending and digging, bub.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do.
That's all you can do.
Legend Cars, friend of the show here, Thomas Martucci. He's been he was in the old studio with us. He got his first actual win in Legend Cars this past weekend. So congratulations to him. Dennis Brown finishes second, and Lizzie Welch. I've been trying to help them out. Well, we've been helping each other out, but I've been trying to help them out as much as I can here lately, and she finished third in it. So, big improvement on her end. So congratulations to her.
Are they from Sumter?
No, they're from right here in Florence.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm trying to think what else went on out there. Late models. Dylan late models. You'll probably like this here. You'll recognize these names. Archie Adams Jr.
Wow.
Jr.
Yes.
Wins the race.
Wow.
Kevin Parsons finishes second.
Wow.
And then Ethan Winkler finishes third. So,
wow.
How about those names for top two?
Wow. I tell you what, Archie Adams, that's worth admission right there.
Archie Adams Sr. was racing Challenger.
Still. Real?
Yeah.
That is worth price of admission right there.
The first race I ever ran, I got to tell the story. And I tell him, I mean, it was nothing intentional by no means. He come. But the first race I ever ran in a full-size car, in our Charger car, I got took out by Archie Sr. We had a restart, and I was on the outside, and he was inside, and he got loose under me. And, I mean, he hit me so hard, it broke the shock mount when he hit me off the rear end.
Going into a turn?
Going in turn one at Florence. Or kind of in the middle of 1 and 2.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
wow.
But I think
at least you can say, hey, Archie Adams took me out.
That's right. That's right. Nah, he's still digging hard. I think Mr. Archie is 80. I don't want to misquote. I think he's 80, 83 or 84.
Old? Is he that old?
Yes. Yes.
Wow, I would not have guessed. I thought I was thinking late 60s, early 70s. No. I didn't know he was that old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and still out there getting it done.
Wow.
He come off.
How about that?
He come off turning forward the other night just sideways. I'm like, dig, Mr. Archie, dig.
On asphalt too. That's
he don't care. He don't care.
That's it. Send it.
Matt just told me he.
I swear. I didn't know he was that old.
He was parked next to him the other night, or Brandon and them were parked next to him. Said Mr. Archie been racing 66 years.
Oh. God, I remember him. Gosh, going back late 80s, early 90s. That's when I really started, hearing about him and everything. Him and that guy named Barry. Remember Barry? Was it Barry Baggerly Jr.? Barry Baggerly Jr. or something like that?
That sounds about right. That sounds about right. I remember hearing it.
White House vinegar.
Yep.
His White House vinegar car.
Yep.
Yellow. Yeah.
Yep. That's
and Jay Fogel. No, it was Jay Fogelman.
Jay Fogelman.
Yeah.
Yep.
In the White House.
Yep.
Vinegar. Yeah. Jay Fogelman.
But then Kevin Parsons, even that's another one. Benny Parsons' son.
Yeah. How about that, bro?
Still racing all these tracks around here. We have just racing history at our racetracks every week.
Yeah, can you believe that?
It's pretty wild. It is pretty wild. So, but no, it was some good racing out there the other night. I'm trying to remember. I know I'm missing some classes.
How were the car counts? Dylan was pretty good.
Decent. 4 cylinders was off. Charger was good. Late model was okay. It was good. I'm trying to remember. Street stock, not so great. Let's see. I'm trying to remember who won that. Oh God, Jimmy Naylor.
Jimmy Naylor?
Yep.
Jimmy Naylor?
Yep.
Bill Ed give his notice forever? Jimmy Naylor from Sumter? Jimmy Naylor?
I'm pretty sure. Ain't that who it was that won?
Wow.
I'm going to have to. I know it was an old. Or am I wrong on that?
Jimmy Naylor. Oh, my God.
I know he bought. Let's see. I'm trying to look here real quick. Look here, back on Race Monitor real quick.
Do your thing, brother.
I could be. Was that? That's going to irritate me now. Come on. There we go. Street stock. Yep, Jimmy Naylor.
Wow. What number? 92, right? Number 92. He's always been 92.
Well, he ran 31 on this car.
31, okay.
Yep.
Wow, Jimmy Naylor, I can't believe that. That is unbelievable.
Yep.
That's the price of admission right there.
He just bought this car a few weeks back and come out there and put it up front.
Is he still living? Is he still building motors for one? Is he still building motors?
I don't know. I'm assuming he probably is. I know he got into even some drag racing stuff there for a long time. So
really,
yeah, he kind of has been all over the board building motors.
Wow, didn't know that either.
Yeah.
I remember one time he built Bubba Livingston. Remember, Bubba Livingston?
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Bubba had not a monster truck, but those trucks they have to go in a mud pit.
Yeah.
Mud ball down there at the Bass Festival. Yep. This has been I'm going back 20 years or whatever.
I know exactly what you're talking about. The heel and hole trucks, as they called them.
That's it.
Yep.
He built a motor for Bubba Livingston, and Bubba's truck. Let me tell you, big time. Bubba's truck, his whole body lit up.
Oh God,
his whole body lit up. Yeah, that thing was pretty. That's pretty doggone nice.
He had the funny truck, eh?
Yeah.
That's what David Pack just said on. He had a mud truck. That's right. Let's see. I was trying to look at some of these. They had vintage racing out there. Will Broughton in the number 29 car won it. I know they probably have a few different classes, but they only show that. Mini Cups. Travis Adair won it at Dillon. We just talked about Street Stock. T&L, Joey Webster won it. And I'm going to tell you what, that was probably one of the best races out there, the T&L class, which is essentially a stock 8 class. It is a bone stock pretty much. But that was actually a good race. Kim McClary finished second, and they put on a he was that was one of them that whoever got the lead, it was going to be hard for the other one to pass them because they were that close. So that was cool. Yeah, that was it.
Wow.
Pretty much. So yeah, you got to come out to the asphalt track, just see all the old folk out there.
Man, I tell you, bro, man, I need a pen and pad to take notes, man. Jimmy Naylor on. Archie Adams, what? Man. Wow. Those names pulled. Now you pull up the old heartstrings now, man. I'm going to tell you that now.
Let's see. David Pack just says, when they run the dirt cars at Dillon again, we're going to go back. Yeah, I remember that y'all blew up the last trip. So, yeah, that's going to be kind of a, not every week class, but they're kind of making it a regular, maybe once a month or so deal, I think is what it is, that they're going to try to run dirt cars at Dillon.
Wow, really?
Yeah. And a couple times, I mean, the first one they had a pretty good race. Second one, they like you said, he blew up and
is that David Pack out of Sumter?
I believe so. And then Ethan also lost all the oil pressure too. So they only had one, I think, out there last time, which was Lil Ricky, and I think he won. So I told him when they get when Ron gets that car back together, or whoever puts the motor in that car that Ron owns, I'm going to drive it around there.
Ooh.
One time. I may race it. I don't know. I want to drive it, though. I want to drive it.
Oof.
I want to
breaking news. Eyeballs.
Well, they got to get a motor back in it for now.
Yeah. That's
so, I don't know. But anyway. So, yeah, that was the weekend over at Dillon. So, congratulations to all the winners, all the good runs out there, and everything else that went on out there. So, yeah. So, let's go ahead since we're on asphalt. Let's talk a little bit. And I saw even you commented on some asphalt stuff this week. I saw that. God, I know you didn't watch it, but I saw you commented on it.
Yeah. You really want to talk about this?
Yes, I do, because what I want to say is truck race and Xfinity race at Bristol Motor Speedway, which has always been a crowd favorite. Even people who don't necessarily like asphalt racing used to love watching Bristol because it was a physical track. Truck race, Xfinity race, they were decent. I'm going to tell you one of the worst. I mean, it wasn't a terrible wreck, really, but, man, they tore up the most. Did you see the, by chance, happen to come across the Brennan Poole wreck? Brennan Poole, who Chicken Bone Alley actually sponsored at Darlington in a truck a couple years back. Small sticker.
Oh,
small sticker.
Like the ones I was forgetting. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I had to. I had to do it. Go ahead.
Yes, the ones that are going to get sent to you. There's a reason. You'll see
Eventually.
You'll see why. There's a reason. There's a reason. Anyway, that was one of the craziest hits I ever seen. I mean, it didn't look that bad. He spun, or I can't remember who it was. It was the Haas car, one of the Haas cars. Spun out the corner. Brennan coming to him. He spins the car. His right rear connected with the Haas car's left front, and it literally destroyed the back end of that car. It knocked the entire rear end out of the car.
Yeah.
How does that happen on that small of a track? I don't know.
speed. I guess it's just that much speed. We take it for granted. I guess it's just that much speed.
That was wild looking. I mean, there is some big wrecks that have happened at Dillon. I mean, we all know the Mike Harmon wreck, the Michael Waltrip wreck. If you wreck at Bristol, it just peels the car open for some reason. So now Brennan Poole has had a pretty tough wreck there. So I don't know, pretty wild. But what I'm getting at is there was tire wear. They could race. They could race hard and wear out the tires, but they could run up front, or they could, conserve tires. Then later in the run, they'd be good. So that was okay. That was what they thought was going to happen. All of a sudden, they said there was a 15-degree difference in temperature, and they said the compound of rubber on the Xfinity cars and the Cup cars was the same. Granted, tires are different. We'll get into that here in just a second, and what I think this fix could be or needs to be. 15 degrees of temperature difference made the entire difference from tires wearing out to they could run the entire time, not pass, be way too fast, to not even be able to pass each other. They're all running the same speed. And granted, I like Kyle Larson, but it was a snooze fest of a race. It was the least amount of cautions at Bristol since I heard it today. I can't remember. It was in the 80s, I think. And no, I'm not saying I just want to see people wreck, but what I want to see, and I want to see this at any track, I want to see the guys driving to the edge of out of control. And when you do that, somebody spins out every once in a while. I'm not saying I want them to kill the car. I just want to see them driving on the edge. And they're not driving on the edge. Not driving on the edge. Go for it, sir.
Can we go back to Bias tires? Remember how good that used to look?
Yeah,
they look like they about to spin out every lap.
It was great. It was great.
Now, here's what I need you to do, Dave. Okay, let's talk about this tire situation. I told everybody at Lakeview, well, not everybody, but a couple of drivers, a couple of crew guys I had a really good talk with. I said, well, people wanted it. I said, sometimes you better watch what you wish for. So this doggone new tire deal. Now, here's what I want you to do. We're gonna take a week off. I want you to come back on here, and I don't care who you talk to, team owner, team driver, team anybody. I want to know about this. I got more questions than I have answers about this new tire deal.
With the Hoosiers come up? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't understand. Did you see the tire? Did you see the pictures of it?
Oh, yeah. I had a really, really good conversation with one driver, and he really, when I put that video up, Dave, that the late model racing is going to be dead here in the Carolinas, it's coming, brother. Oh. It's coming. Because I will say this name. Because how about the David Yanos out there in the world? How are they going to survive now? They bought all these doggone tires, and now you're going to bring the new tire in this late in the year. They says, this late in the year, bro. We in high gear now, okay?
Yeah. I don't think you need to do it.
All the David Yandels, all the small teams have all these doggone tires now. In the next month or so, they're going to be with a crap.
Yep. I agree. And I think obviously they go and get the tires, but I think that's what happened in the NASCAR race. I think the car. Let's just go to the car real quick. Then we're going to completely change to this whole dirt late model tire deal. But I think the car and the configuration that it is in, the new next gen car, does not work for short track racing and or road course racing. And the reason being is not because the car is bad. It's because the car is too good. You can't put a tire on a car that you took horsepower away from, and yet you add 2 inches of tire to each tire, so 4 inches across the entire tread width of tire, and expect it to be hard to drive. Even on the wore out tire, it is still too easy to drive. And on top of that, they don't need a 5-speed transaxle.
They were switching. No, you told me.
Yeah.
Changing gears at Martinsville. What?
Martinsville, Darlington. They throw it down in the corner, and when they need to woe it up, they don't even use the brake that much. They just pop it down in gear. Just downshift.
Oh my God.
And stand in the gate, and nobody can pass. Well, in my opinion, I know a lot of them people are like, well, they need to change the car. Just do away with the car, And I'd be fine with that. I'd be 100% fine with that. But I think there is a fix. I really think, I'm not an engineer, but I don't think it takes one to realize this. If you would take that 4 inches of tread width across each end of the car back off of it, and you would put a 4-speed in the car for those, at least the short track races, I think you fix a lot of the problem, even without adding horsepower. Now, personally, I would rather see them have 900 horsepower, personally. But I think if you take enough rubber away, you don't need the horsepower as much. You're not going to drive into a corner wide open with a tire that ain't going to hold that. So, that's my thought. They're my soapbox. I stand on it. But I think it's to the point that NASCAR either has to do something. I mean, they're not listening to the fans. This isn't changing. They keep on saying, they keep on saying we're going to change this on the car, and the little changes are doing absolutely nothing. It's time to either throw something big at it, throw a different car at it, or something, because either, and on top of that, we all know Bristol, that used to be the hardest ticket to get. Stands were half empty.
That right there will tell you something. That right there, NASCAR ought to tell you. Remember Bristol, you like Green Bay Packers tickets. They'd be inherited to you. Remember them days?
Yes. Dude, I'm going to tell you, we ended up a few years ago, first dirt race they ran on Bristol, when they ended up having to run it on that Monday, I think it was. It rained out over the weekend. It flooded. We ended up, see, what happened was we were at Cherokee watching the races up there, and it ended up raining out the second day of it. And so we sat around the hotel, and then we just decided, hey, Bristol's racing, let's ride up there. And we ended up in Bristol and watched. And even then, we bought tickets at the last minute. They were available. It was a Monday. But we were as high as you possibly could get, and stands were still mostly full then.
Wow.
Now, I don't know. I mean, I don't know it's the car has gotten so bad, in my opinion, so bad, and the racing is just, look, I don't even care personally. I know you commented about, being more lead changes in the Masters than there was at Bristol, and you're right. You're 100% right, but I don't even care about there being necessarily lead changes. I want to see just passing anywhere. There was no passing, not through the field at all.
I like to say, man, thank goodness for doggone segment racing, because that was the only caution flags. Like you said earlier, that was it.
That was all.
That was it.
So,
bro,
something's got to change, and I don't know.
NASCAR ain't gonna. I'm gonna tell you right now, they ain't gonna change it, bro. Not right now. They ain't. I don't see that happening.
They love now. I will give it to them, because they are the most headstrong people I've ever seen in my life. When they take on something like this next gen car, boy, they sure stand behind it. I'll give them that. 'Cause by God, it ain't worth nothing. I compare
this car. Remember Talladega? What was it, about 10 years ago? He had a push. you had like 2-car packs.
Yep.
You had to push each other. What the world was that?
It looked stupid, but actually it was kind of fun exciting to watch.
Bro, that was horrible, bro. That was terrible.
It was.
You know what that was? That was horrible. That was horrible.
At least they were passing.
That was a joke. That was a joke. Oh my God.
So anyway, I'm done with NASCAR this week. Other than the fact, my favorite things happening in NASCAR right this week. Anything else? Like I said, we got ARCA, we got trucks, and we got Xfinity back at Rockingham.
The Rock.
Last
race I went to was the one where Casey Kane and Matt Kenseth at the finish line. Carl Long on the back, who sitting in the back straight. Carl Long flipped right in front of us.
Yep. I remember that.
Last race I went to. Matter of fact, that was the last race at Rockingham. Am I right?
Yeah, I believe so. That was last Cup race at Rockingham. I believe so. I may have been at that one myself. I can't remember. Because we had season tickets for many years. We sat in turn 1. So I miss Rockingham. So
yeah.
Now,
absolutely.
One thing I will say about it, I don't think it's going to be a great race. I'm sorry to tell y'all guys, but I don't think it's going to be a great race.
Well, is it going to rubber up?
No.
I'm sorry. I had to do it.
Essentially, because the asphalt on it is essentially
probably wore out. Was
no,
it 25
it's new.
Years old?
It's new. They paved it last year.
Oh, they paved it?
Yeah. When North Carolina gave all that money to the racetracks, to each track, they had to do so much with it, so they paved Rockingham. That's how they end up getting the race back.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So I feel like it's going to take a good 3-4 years to get some really good racing back at it. I just hope they stick with it.
Oh. Okay. Well, I do too. Bring Cup back. Bring Cup racing back to Rockingham.
I'd love it.
Yeah.
So anyway, real quick, want to thank our good friends over at MPM Marketing, www.marketwithmpm.com. If you're in this game of racing and you want to excel at it, you got to have a good marketing partner, and the best one there is MPM Marketing. Tanya over there knows everything you need to know about it. Go get with her today at marketwithmpm.com. Also, Fresh Chef, ladies and gentlemen, Fresh Chef right up in the Race City area of North Carolina. If you are in the area, I hope you stop at a Fresh Chef. Daily food and drink specials and all the things you want there is some of the best food you'll ever see or eat for sure. So go ahead to Fresh Chef. Also, Dixie Made right here in Florence, South Carolina. Dixie Made. Remember, when you go to Dixie Made, you buy all the clothes, all the sunglasses, license tags. They're one of the shops still sells license tags with all the logos for the front of your truck and all that good stuff. They got you covered from head to toe and everything in between of all of today's best brands. So y'all go check them out. But remember, when you go there, the price you see on the rack is the price you pay at the register. That is tax included, everything. So head over to Dixie Made right here in Florence, South Carolina. All right, let's get into this. Let's unfold this tire deal. I know we mentioned it. I think it was last week we mentioned it, and you talked about it a little bit more. Tell us what you heard about it there. This is the new dirt late model tire. It is just a right rear tire, correct?
Right rear. Right rear.
That's
where your money is. Right rear.
Yeah, I get that's where your money is, but that's stupid. I don't think you need to have a specified right rear tire for a late model. Sprint car, sure, yeah. Late model, no.
That's where we're at. That's where we're at right now. Speaking of doing something with the bodies and cars, hey Dave, over here on this side too, buddy. But it's like I said earlier, Dave. With these small teams, well, I mean, you got the Davenports, the Ricky Thornton Juniors, the Bobby Pearson. They ain't gonna matter to them.
I mean, they're gonna do what they have to do.
You got Dustin Walkers. You got the poor David Yandles. You got maybe Adam Yarborough. I mean, come on, bro. These guys have spent. I'll give you a good for instance. Donald McIntosh, Billy Hicks. Mm-hmm. They spent all this doggone money on tires and everything. Got ready for speed weeks. Getting ready to go on doggone Lucas Oil about the great. They ain't gonna come on for a month after next weekend. A month. got all these doggone tires, and guess what? Now they ain't gonna be worth a crap.
No.
See, I don't even know when this new tire is supposed to be coming in. I have more questions than I have answers.
Well, that's my thing.
Why now? My first question is this, Dave. Here's what I really like to know. Why now? How come you couldn't do this Speed Weeks next year, say Volusia?
Well,
Why
my thing is, okay, if you want to announce it now, go ahead and announce it. Say, hey, this is going to be the tire for 2026.
What was that again? 20 what?
26. Exactly. Go ahead and announce it. That way everybody is prepared, and that way everybody's not buying a ton of tires.
Use all your stuff
up, and then start next year fresh. And I promise you, I have not seen the details on it, but I can promise you there's a price increase with this tire.
I was not really told that.
Oh, no, they ain't going to say it.
Yeah, I did say this, Dave. I did say this. Here's what we need to do. I checked into it. $6 a share right now. We need to go buy some Hoosier Tire stock.
Oh, yeah.
It's $6 a share as of Friday.
Oh, because it's about to hit the roof.
It's about to hit the roof right now.
And I will tell you, and just coming from the asphalt side, not only did they do that, they came out with everybody knows the asphalt side of it, the, what did they call those tires? I think it was a late model, ST, they called it ST 1, 2, and 3 Hoosier had, which stood for short track.
Short track.
Yeah, it was slick. And that was what they ran on the Cars tour. They ran the 1s and the 2s, mostly, I can't remember, maybe 2s. They were the biggest flop ever. Yeah, they were so inconsistent, it was absolutely ridiculous.
How far are we going back here?
Last season.
Last year?
Yeah, last season. They were horrible. They were so bad that they quit using them with about 3 or 4 races to go, and went back to
the Cars tour.
Yeah, and they went back to the F45s, which is what they ran for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. Hoosiers how they wanted to update it. This year, they announced that they, I don't know if this was the end of last year or first of this year, they announced, whatever. They announced they were doing away with the STs, or maybe not doing away with them, but they, that's not what we were going to be running around here anymore. They were going to run what they call the F45 Star tire. And I got to see some firsthand this past weekend, because that is what Dillon Motor Speedway actually had on hand. Because that's the F45, the new F45s. That's what they are, F45 Stars. I hear they changed the compound just a little bit. But what I will say about it, and I told somebody this, I was like, something looks different about this tire. It looks more, and this is where I think new tires are coming in. This is what I think is what's happening. Ever since COVID, that changed everything in the tire world, there was obviously supposedly some chemicals they couldn't get because they were coming from overseas. Okay, this is what I'm going to say about it. Obviously, with the tariff situation that is going on, there's obviously still some chemicals and products that they put in the tire that they're no longer able to get or get cheap enough, Yeah, and I'm not going to get in politics on that, because I don't know. But anyway,
yeah,
the tire looks different. It looks, I don't know how you say looks synthetic, but I've seen some tires that are made with more synthetics than natural stuff, and that is what the tire looks more like. I will say, at Dillon, they ran fine. There was no issues. Everybody kind of was equal. I do know a lot of people still want to date code match, just because they'll say, tires made on different date codes perform different.
Mm-hmm. I've always heard that too.
Yeah, and I don't know how they fix that, but it's been very obvious over the last couple of years, especially on the asphalt side, and I know it happens on dirt too. But so I don't know. I think there's some situations going on with, like I said, stuff and just changing products that they're putting in the tires. And maybe that's got something to do with it. But in my opinion, the dirt tire, the F45 Star is not coming out of a new mold. It's coming out of the same old F45 mold. And they got 3 different sizes of it, as what they said they were going to do, which is fine.
Okay.
But the dirt tire, it looks like it's a whole complete new mold.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't really understand that. It's not, from what I hear, maybe you've heard different, but it's not anything anybody was asking for. It's not anything anybody needed.
Well, when they came out, what I was told with it, and I was thinking too, but I was told when they came up to 2.5, everybody was like, "Okay, this is it. We're good. Okay, we're happy now. We got an intermediate below an intermediate, so we're good." And all of a sudden, this came out like, "Oh my, what in the world? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yep.
And why?" So, Dave, here's my thing. I'll tell you, man. I got more. How is it gonna make the racing better? How is it gonna make the racing better? Only I can see this tire doing is for your 100 lappers at Eldora, Cedar Lake, maybe 50 laps at Deer Creek. They're kind of hard. What's this tire gonna do, Dave?
That's the only thing I can see is maybe they've done some looking at it and the way the edge is now or whatever. Obviously, that's your friction points on the tire. Maybe they've done some testing and figured out, okay, this tire can last a little longer. Okay, if it lasts longer, okay. Because if you can tell me this tire on a normal Saturday night track, just a Saturday night race, the typical 25, 30 lappers that we're going to run. David Pack just put on here, he said the Bandit race they had 2 weeks ago, so he went out to the track that Sunday and got 4 sets of tires that aren't hurt one bit. He said, and watched the team take a brand new set of tires that had never been raced and mounted them, or never been mounted, and threw them out the trailer.
Wow.
So that is the specifics they are getting. It's getting down. And he says, in his opinion, it's a way it's going to drive the lower teams out. And I'm with you there, David.
That's what's got me worried to death now, Dave. We need Davey Yandels of the world. We need Dustin Walkers of the world. We need them.
I agree 100%. And the only thing I'm saying about it, if and only if, you can tell me, say, like David just said here, the Bandit race he went out to and, picked up tires afterwards that weren't hurt. Maybe this tire, we don't know yet. I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt. I'll play devil's advocate here real quick. Maybe it's going to last longer. Maybe you can run this tire 3 races. Very not common at all. But I'm just saying, a regular Saturday night guy, maybe he could run it 3 races. Maybe, I don't foresee that happening. But if it does, great. If not, then it's stupid.
Okay. Here's Dave. Here's what I'm really going to test it out. Okay, was it 3 weeks after Talladega? All right, so we got a Hunt the Front sanctioned race at Cherokee coming up. Mm-hmm. And what? I would say 4. This is when you're really going to see your first test. If it comes out then. When's it coming out? I don't know. But that's going to be your really test right now, because Cherokee's the hardest track in the country, in my personal opinion, hardest on tires.
It can be.
So this one we're really going to see something. But I want to know when this tire is going to debut, bro. That's my thing.
What I'm hoping is I hope these, now World Outlaws and Lucas aren't going to do this, but I'm hoping these smaller series let it either not bring it into play yet.
I wouldn't
either, or it only be an option. You don't have to run it. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's
no. Don't even open that door.
Well, I hope not too.
Don't even don't let that door appear.
Because then you're gonna have ones fighting over which tire's faster, and
Yep.
and yeah, so I'm with you on that. David Pack down here says, let it be an option. He wants the option.
Really? Already this soon? Let's leave it for the Outlaws. Let's leave it for the national touring guys and see how it goes. And then, ultimate around here, everybody else can
see. In my opinion, that's what they should do. Hoosiers in good enough with Lucas and World Outlaws. Make that a national touring series exclusive tire at least for a year. That's the way.
A year?
Okay,
I
at
like
least
that.
a year. At least a year.
Okay.
Try it out on them. I mean, because they got the funds to buy it. I mean, as far as the top guys anyway, the actual touring guys, they got the funds to buy it. I mean, so yeah, I don't know. I'm with you on it. I don't like it. I don't like it in the middle of the season like this. That's my biggest thing. I don't like changes, unless all of a sudden, just like happened in the car store when this tire's not working. Okay, let's go back to what did work. That's the only change I'm good with. Let's don't just throw some random change in there in the middle of the season.
It's like to me, be like NASCAR. Okay, here it is. Okay, what's halfway through the season? Daytona July race.
There is no Daytona July race anymore.
To me, it's about the same thing. About the same thing with this.
Yeah, you're right. But there is no. I'm just letting you know there is no Daytona July race anymore.
Oh, there's not.
I hate to burst your bubble.
Where do they go? July.
I don't know.
What took its place?
I'd have to. They just.
There's no more Daytona July 4th racing.
There is no Firecracker 400 no more.
I did not know that.
I'm trying to remember. I think last year it was the last race to get into the playoffs, I want to say. So it was after Darlington. No, it was before Darlington. Because Darlington was in the playoffs. No, Darlington was the last one. I can't remember. But it was somewhere right around there. It was right around the Darlington September race.
No more July race at Daytona. I had no idea.
Dude, I'm going to tell you what. I've been down there during that time. I get what you're saying. It was kind of tradition. But let me tell you something. That was the hottest hole I've ever been at. July 4th.
Really? Is that right? Be hot.
Dude, oh my God. You're just sitting there about to sweat to death in the shade. I mean, they probably had too many people pass out in the stands.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how they done it. I don't know how they done it years before before they had lights. I mean, it became a night race. Dude, I'm going to tell you what, sitting out there in that sunlight would kill you. We said I've done it quite a few times. We went up to Charlotte during the Memorial Day race up there.
Oh, I remember being 100 degrees.
Dude, that is hot up there too. Yeah, let's see what David had to say about it. David Pack, let's see. He said, and to the point, we really don't need another tire. The 2, 3, and 4s just come into play instead of the 1350 and the 1600. Plus, we have the American Racer from series to series. We swap tires left and right from Hoosier and American Racer.
Don't get me started with that, bro. Don't get me started with that, bro. Now I'm going to build me a soapbox.
There we go. I know what your thoughts is. Open it up to everybody.
Give it an option. Why come we can't have an option?
Well, I don't disagree with you, but that's not going to happen in a series.
No, it's not.
Because series get tire deals.
$100 handshakes. $100 handshakes.
Oh, yes. $100 handshakes. And it's also distributors. You get distributor money off of it. So, I mean, it's just like these racetracks. All the asphalt tracks, dirt tracks don't necessarily do it. Well, dirt tracks do it differently. A dirt car tire, everybody can kind of order them from, they all got Hoosier buy such and such on the side of their car, or American Racer buy such and such. You can buy them from any of these people. Asphalt tires are not like that. The tracks have the dealership for them.
Oh, so will that still be considered a track tire?
Yep.
Well, I remember track tires being sold at different tracks. I remember them days.
Oh yeah, for sure. And so asphalt tracks still do that for the most part.
Wow, did not know. I did not know that either, bro. I did not know that.
So it's a little different. That's our only option when we go there to whatever track. But yeah, series. I could see a regular Saturday night show on a dirt track because of the way that is. They're not getting any tire money off of it. Shoot, I say every Saturday night show on dirt, let them have whatever option, run whatever tire you want to run, in my opinion. As long as we can send it off for a sample and it not have prep in it.
As long as they got go pitch, you're good to go.
Or, hey, you really want to open it up to that too. That'll make for some fun racing. I've seen it.
Track records.
Hey, it'll be fast. Yeah, I don't know, but you're never gonna see that in miniseries unless we go through a deal again, like COVID when just couldn't get tires. That's the only way you'd ever see that again. And even then, the National Series, they didn't change. It was you're staying on these Hoosiers. We can't get them, but you're staying on them.
Turbo, I remember asking Turbo. I asked Turbo right after COVID, and I said, this doggone tire shortage really killed us. There wasn't no tire shortage. Huh? Yeah. Don't believe all that. And I was like, oh, okay. News to me.
Well, let me tell you. Let me give you a little story. And I just talked with somebody about this at the track this past weekend. I'm gonna go back. I was racing legend cars at the time, or started racing legend cars at the time. Legend car tires you could not get before COVID. I think legend car tires were like $89 a piece, $90 a piece. So less than $400, you could put a whole set of tires on the car, and they lasted. Most guys were telling me they were putting 2 to 3 sets on a season.
A year?
Yeah. I mean, the car don't weigh nothing. The car weighs 1,250 pounds. I mean, so.
Well, how many races are we talking about? 30 races a year?
20 to 30, yeah.
20 to, okay.
So about 10 races. They were saying they were averaging 6 to 10 races on a set of tires.
Okay.
Somewhere in between there. So, yeah. After COVID, I say after COVID, it took up till late 2023 for legend car tires to really become available again. When we got them, we noticed sizes were different than what we used to get. Whatever, not a big deal. Getting all the same sizes, no big deal there. They started lasting, instead of 6-10 races, you were lucky to get 2 races out of them. Not wearing out, just heat cycles, and the tires now fall off half a second after about 2 races. Biggest difference, price per set of tires on a legend car now is now anywhere from $680 to $720 a set, depending on which track you're at. Now, you want me to tell you the worst part about that?
Hold on one second. I'm going to say $650.
No, $680 to $720. So
$680.
Yes, between $680 to $720, depending on where you get them from.
You're looking at 200. Okay, go ahead. Oh my God!
Legend cars pay at most at any track $200 to win on a weekly race. There's some big races out there, but not many. So you tell me who's getting short end of that stick.
Drivers, teams, team owners.
Except what happened was during that time, there's a lot of what I call setup shops. And we've had some of the guys on here to talk about before. We've had Kendall Sellers on here, who's, owns AK Performance, stuff like that. But what happened was you got the Joe Ryans of the world and stuff like that, and I don't blame them for what they're doing at all. But they got these big setup shops, is what we call, or team shops, and they have Joe Ryan race cars brought 12 legend cars to Florence Motor Speedway last weekend. 12. I don't know personally. I know some of them running for him. I don't know personally, so I'm not trying to step out. But I know what some of them are charging. So I'm not even going to say Joe Ryan. I just know a lot of these team shops or setup shops or programs or whatever you want to call it, development programs. I hear they are charging anywhere from, depending on which team you are with, anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 a race weekend at one track to drive their car. So now the little single, they're okay. They don't care about the tire prices. They'll buy them up all day long because somebody's funding that. Now, us little single car teams, that's why I had to get out of legend cars, is we could not get anywhere close to breaking even on a weekend. I mean, there was no possibility. I don't mind going to track. I mean, yeah, we want to go make money at a track. That's not typically going to happen on any level until you get to national levels. Regular Saturday night racers, we don't race to make money. We get sponsors, and we appreciate them, but that literally, we do everything we can to break even. That's all we do.
That's the thing, Dave. It's killing. There's no more hobbyists anymore.
No. You can't. You can't afford to be a hobbyist.
And that's what's killing me, bro. That hurts me more than any. There's no more Saturday night guy working on your car during the weekend, go out there and race. If you wrecked or won, didn't matter. Those days are over. Oh, no. I always got to make some money now.
It matters now.
Yes, it matters now. And then, like you said, this back then, they didn't have no sponsors. You know, what number? Maybe a one sticker. That was it.
You had your buddy shop sticker on the hood or something up there.
Yep, Joe's Garage.
Because he's giving you a couple wheels or something when you bent something. You know, that's what you had, and I mean that was great. Now you can't function off of that no more. You can't. I mean, just fuel prices to get to track. I mean, I'm not knocking any track or anything, so I'm not. Don't get me wrong, but just like this past week, we obviously takes fuel to get to the track. It cost us $40 a person to get into pits. This is a regular Saturday night race. This isn't any big race. $40 a person to get into pits. I didn't have to get much fuel because we kind of, didn't run a lot. But typically get around 10 gallons of fuel, 7 to 10 gallons of fuel. And I can't remember exactly the price right now. I want to say it's pretty doggone high. It typically costs. Anyway, on an average weekend, and we get scuff tires, which I think is a great program. I think Ron does a great job of that. I think they're $45 a tire. $40 or $45 a tire. Can't remember. I think it's a perfect program. And if we finish in the top 5, we almost break even for the weekend. And I'm okay with that. I am 100% okay with it. If we could break off a top 2 or win, you might could make a few dollars. That's great to me. But again, there's a lot of other stuff that goes in that. We got motors that we got to rebuild. We got parts and pieces that we have to buy. We have to have the sponsors to do it. If not,
you ain't gonna make it without it.
If not, it gets on the eating table. And I mean, it's a win-win. I mean, if you sponsors don't believe it, all these races now at a lot of tracks are, if they're not broadcast, which a lot of them are, even if they're not, they're put on social media, which is the biggest form of advertisement anymore. So, sponsor, the guy comes to you. Throw this out there for people. A guy comes to you needing a sponsor, for his local race team, man. If you can afford a couple $1,000s put on the car, that's wonderful. If you can afford $200 put on the car, I promise you that guy will appreciate it.
Dave, whenever I see somebody like World of Outlaws been doing a lot here lately. I think they started it this year. They'll have something like I don't know, Bill helmets and sponsored by sponsors the caution flag. Well, of course, it's Dave Warren, but anyway,
that's right.
I will retweet it and say, hey, go support these people. I try to promote everything, and I will tell any tracks. Listen to me. Get a Twitter page. I will blow you. Every track should have a Twitter page.
Oh yeah, they should have every social media. I don't Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Well, I don't have.
I'm just saying, track should. A track should.
Yeah. Amen.
They
Amen.
Need, TikTok. They need everything. They need everything they can because one, it helps get their product out. Two, it really helps us racers. Actually, if y'all get some pictures of the car going around, I mean, every once in a while, say, hey, I can throw that to a sponsor. I mean, you can see, just little stuff we can throw to a sponsor, and sponsors appreciate that, as they should. I mean, because that's what they're paying money to do themselves. So, yeah. That's,
Agree. Agree. I try to promote. I try to put, I try to put Super Late Model Race on the front burner every day, every week, every
That's
day,
right.
every month, I want people to talk about it. I want people to keep talking about it. I just love the sport that much, and that's what I do.
For sure. We have got off on a major tangent, but
yes, we have.
It's needed sometimes.
It's 8:30. I got 2 pages of notes I didn't get to. So it is what that is. So,
well, we will say
tune in Ripping the Lip tomorrow night, and I'll do everything on here.
for sure. Check them out on Ripping the Lip there on X, Twix, Twitter.
Twix. There you go, baby.
Whatever it is.
There you go.
Whatever it is. Oh, good deal. Good deal. Well, other than your 2 pages of notes, you got anything else tonight, buddy?
No, thank Daulton Wilson for coming on, and thank you, Dave, for having me on, and good luck. I hope you get the doggone motor straight and everything. I'm sure you will.
Oh, yeah, we'll get
And good luck to all your future endeavors. Tear them up at the Center to Bend it.
There you
Remember
go.
that?
There you go. There you go. All right. Well, I hope everyone out there has a wonderful Easter weekend. I hope.
Dave, it is Easter weekend. You want me to tell you what's going on this week?
Yeah.
What races to look
Go
out
ahead.
for?
Go ahead.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, tell us what's going on. Yeah.
Hey, man, Easter weekend gonna be pretty busy. It's sneaky good. Mars at Cedar Lake. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We got Spring Nationals at I-75, Comp Cams at Arrowhead, Mars at 34. Okay, this is Friday night. Okay, Mars, I think that must be Thursday night. Mars at 34. Spring Nationals at the Taz, 21,000 to win.
Oh, wow.
Southern Thunder, Kelly Carlton at Southern Speedway down there in Florida. Why keep your eyes on? I don't give a crap what it is down there in Southern. It must be something in the air down there. Just drop. Okay, keep your eye on that one. Blue Ridge at Lancaster. I'm gonna tell you, hey, I heard big things are coming for that series, man. I'm gonna tell you, Big Ben about to get one. Michael Brown about to get one. Yeah,
That'll be
Blue
good.
Ridge, telling you, bro. And Iron Man at Eldora. Hey,
wow.
what? 5,000?
Wow.
Huh? Iron Man at Eldora paying them what? 5,000? Wow. Okay.
That's
Well,
pretty
that is
decent.
what that is.
That's pretty cool.
And I can't get to the other stuff, man. I ain't got time for all that.
One
That
thing
is what that is.
one thing I want to throw out there that I pulled up here a little while ago. We got talking about other stuff. Huh? 22, our good buddy Chris Ferguson. Did you see the news this week? Switching chassis.
Again?
He is switching chassis to Stinger.
Hold on, let me think. Stinger.
Stinger race cars.
Stinger. Yeah. Every time I see I love him to death, man. Michael Page down there in Georgia. Every time I see him, what's up, Stinger? He loves it. He loves it.
So he's getting to work with Chase King and them up there, and he says the craftsmanship on the cars is unbelievable. I did see a post from somebody asked him about Team Zero cars, and he's like, "Man, I wish everything could work out for him." He said Ariel and her grandparents are trying to get some stuff worked out and stuff, and they want to continue with Team Zero cars, but he just got to have some backing right now. I mean, obviously you got to have. It's hard to run a car when you can't get parts for it.
Yeah, true.
So I completely understand that. So I hope everything gets straight, and I think they will with the Team Zero stuff. I know that's still where their heart is, and they want to continue that for Scott's legacy and all that. So, but in the meantime, everybody's got to do what's best for them, and obviously you got Dale McDowell still in the Team Zero stuff, and I think Shane's gonna have some workings with maybe future Team Zero stuff, and that's going to be great regardless. But
and Dale still out there winning too.
Yes, for sure. And he's kind of on his fun tour still, like
a part-time
yeah,
tour.
as he says. He can tell that to somebody else.
Hey, he's gonna be a player at Talladega. Not this weekend, but next weekend gonna be a player.
I promise you. So, just want to throw that out there. I got to get Chris on here. I've asked him a couple times, but he is a busy man. He is wide open with seats and everything else he's got going on, and they building a new shop, and he's wide open, and he's done told me I don't know how many times. He's like, dude, I want to get on there. He's like, I'm just so busy right now. He's like, I promise you when it slows down, I'll get on there with you for a whole night. And he will. He's done it before.
I want to ask about this dog on new tire. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll have to get somebody that knows something about it. And let's talk about it. I might reach out to who's your rep, and we'll ask him about it. I don't even care. I don't know many, but I know some people that know many. So we'll put out the hard questions to them. How about that?
Oh man, I'll take those right now.
All right, everybody. Well, Jason, I sure appreciate you, buddy, coming on again with me this week and hanging out all week. We appreciate Daulton Wilson, like you just said, and congratulations to him again. And I want to, like I said, it is Easter weekend, and as a very special time of year for me and many people out there. So please be sure if you can make it to a church of your choice this weekend, and if you're gonna make it one weekend, it's a great time to go. And just remember that this time of season is the time that us as Christians all know that it is time that Jesus died for all of our sins. And that is the reason we are able to do what we do. So we appreciate all y'all out there, and God bless all of you for sure. So like I said, Jason, appreciate you, buddy.
And the problem, I appreciate it, Nate.
All right,
Enjoyed
man.
it, bro.
Enjoyed it.
All right.
Have a good one.
You too, bud. Later.